What's good, my powerful people? Back at y'all with another video. Now before we hop into the topic, make sure you drop a sub down below, drop a like on the video, and follow me on all my socials. Links gonna be in the description. Now today we gonna talk serious. We're gonna talk real grown man talk, everything that you need to hear. Really pay attention to this video because this is gonna be some important stuff. It's on the top of my dome. When it just hit my brain, bro, I gotta just let it out, you know what I'm saying? So just look. The only way to escape is to change. Now, I was just watching a video on TikTok, and that was like the header or whatever, right? And then I watched the video. It was about some anime show that I never seen before, but I just watched the video anyway. But that, like that header, that message, the only way to escape is to change. They're like, light bulb popped up in my brain. So, really understand this, what I'm about to say. You have to escape, right? And when I say escape, we all know that I'm talking about the matrix, this system that we living in. If you don't know by now that we living in a system, you can't just accept it for what it is as reality based on the things that you have seen in the past 2 years alone, then I mean, hey, maybe it's just not your time. I'm only here to plant seeds. I'm not here to be your news source. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for you to worship me or anything like that. I rock with y'all just like y'all rock with me. Y'all already know what time it is. I don't have to say some of these things, but I'm just giving this disclaimer. But anyways, yes, we live in a matrix, a society filled with systemic programming. Now, the only way to escape this is to change, because basically we have been raised to live a certain way. We have been raised to believe certain things. Now, this may get us by, or you know what I'm saying, help us function in society, some good, some bad. But at some point, you have to start thinking for yourself, right? But this is what they don't want you to do. They, as in government, the people above the government, you know what I'm saying? The powers above the people that you don't see. The powers above the government, you know, the people that you don't see, basically. Because you got to ask yourself, like in society, who is pushing these certain agendas? Why are certain things happening in the world? Why are certain things not as talked about as they should be, but other things are more publicized when they really don't matter that much? You got to ask yourself these types of things. It's all an agenda. Just let all the information sink in. But you have to change. Basically, you have to change how you think, you have to change how you act, and you have to pay attention to how you feel. You can create reality beyond the five senses. Understand that. The way to create reality is beyond the five senses. Understand that. And what I'm saying is this. Your thoughts and emotions are more powerful than you may think, even though you are not your thoughts or your emotions. You are not your mind, you are not your body, you are the consciousness that gives life to everything, that makes the body run, that makes the heart pump, all these things. Understand that, let that sink in. But also, you have been raised to think a certain way, so that means that has a product on your emotions too. But you gotta look at your life, you gotta look at who are these people. How do these people live that are telling you to believe what you believe in and do what you do with your life? Do these people have your best interests at hand? How do they live? Would you want to live like them? That's what you got to ask yourself when you take advice from people. Would you want to live a life like them? Why would you listen to them? Understand that. You got to just stop being gullible and just complying without really seeing if it just even makes sense. Because a lot of people they're not just conscious of what they're doing, so they making irrational decisions. You don't want to become one of these people because you don't think for yourself. So take control of your mind. Also, all the thoughts that are going on in your head, you do not have to just listen to all of that, bro. All you need to do is program your mind with what you want, with the thoughts that you want to be programming in your mind. Think about what you want. It's as simple as that. If you don't want it, stop thinking about it. If you want it, think about it every single day. You don't want her to cheat on you, so why are you thinking about that? You don't want to be broke, so why are you thinking about that? Focus on what matters. Think about what you want. This is an easy way to reprogram your mind. Think about what you want. Another way, your dreams, their messages. Write your dreams down. It's very important. Write your dreams down. Dreams are messages. You're not having these dreams for no reason. You can connect the dream world to reality. Write your dreams down and just wait for the signs. Just pay attention. Just remember that you had that dream, and something in your life is you're gonna be able to connect the dots. It's gonna make sense. Don't just listen to everything I'm saying. Apply what I'm saying, because it's time for you to make a change. It's time for you to just elevate your life and create the reality you want. The message behind all this is you have to create your own wave. You can create your own reality. So start thinking for yourself, doing what you want to do. Just create your own way. Who cares if you are going to be pleased by everybody? You're not supposed to be pleased by everybody. Everybody's not going to accept you. Understand that. You just got to do what you got to do what you want to do. Understand, make smart decisions. Don't just be an airhead. Understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. Make smart decisions. Always have a plan with what you're doing. Stay consistent, stay firm, and staying strong on what you believe in. That's all it is. You can take advice from people and all these different things, but you got to make sure that these people have your best interests at hand. Simple as that. Just have discernment with your decision-making skills. But yes, you have to change the way you think. You only been thinking about stuff that don't matter, stuff that don't exist, negative stuff. Stop that. When you thinking like that, bro, you only going to attract stuff that you don't want, negative stuff, right? Same thing with your emotional state. You thinking about this girl cheating on you. Oh, another thing. Okay. Perfect example. When you was simp, right? You just thinking about how she broke your heart. You thinking about everything she did. You thinking about how y'all will never be together. You'll never talk to her again. All that time you wasted, all the things you did for her, how you treated her, how you treated her like a queen and a goddess and all these different things. You thinking about that, it is making you so sad, right? So now this is the emotion. You thinking about it, it's making you feel sad, right? Negative thinking, you feel sad, you feel in a depressed, weak state, right? So negative thinking, negative emotion. So what do you think gonna come out of it? Negative result. You're gonna stay in this slump, weak version of yourself. You're not doing it. You're not being productive no more. You're not focused on the right things. You're not thinking about other women. None of these things, right? So your life is just going downhill based on how you thinking. Because you thinking negatively about something that you can't control. She did what she did, move on. So now you have to focus. Feel your emotions. I'm not telling you to just be a robot. Feel your emotions, because that's important, having emotional awareness and emotional control. Emotional control does not mean you trying to control what you feel. That's not what I'm saying. Emotional control is controlling how you respond to the emotions that you feel. You feel all your emotions the same way. Just feel it. Feel it and then release it when it's time. Don't just attach to these negative emotions, because that's going to weigh you down. All I'm saying is control the response. You trying to control all these things in your life, control circumstances and control people. You can't do that. Control the response to the circumstance. Understand that. That's what emotional control is. Emotional awareness. You want to be able to pinpoint why you feeling the way that you feel, why you going through, what you going through. You know what I'm saying? So really let that sink in. You're not feeling this way, aka the gut feeling. That feeling you get when you about to do something you know you're not supposed to do. Why do you feel that way? Do you pay attention to that, or do you ignore it? That feeling you get when you about to make a decision and you feel like it's what you need to do, the opposite. Why do you feel that way? Do you pay attention to it, or you ignore it? Understand that your body is speaking to you. Do you know that? Yes, your body is speaking to you. So pay attention to how you think, pay attention to how you feel. You're living in a certain paradigm. When you analyze everything that you're doing in your life, 9 times out of 10, especially if you have a job, especially if you're going to school, if it's certain thing that you can't do about it, it is what it is. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing at all, but this is just the reality of it. You got to think this way. You're doing the same thing every single day. You have a routine. You have a routine. You wake up and you do a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? You follow a certain system. You go to sleep, and it's just repeating, right? You may do things here and there on the weekend, but for the most part, either you're going to school, you're going to work, you're just doing things, right? The same thing every single day for days on end out your week. But you got to understand, when you have your free time, when you have your alone time, when it's the weekend, whatever the case may be, what are you doing with your time? Because you have to be, when you live in a certain paradigm, when you just going to school every day, and that's all you're thinking about. When you're just going to work, you know, you think about going to work, getting off. You're thinking about, you might be off for a day or two, then you're thinking about how you got to go to work tomorrow. So you're thinking a certain way, and this isn't having an effect on your emotional state, right? So you have to change the way you're looking at things. You're looking at things negatively. There's nothing wrong with working your job. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way you're looking at it. Looking like, I get to go to work. You should feel blessed to have you a job. Go to work. Do these things. Understand that. But it's how you look at it. When you understand that it's a stepping stool for you to get to something else, or for you to elevate in your job, whatever it is, you just got to have a plan with everything you're doing. You don't just get a job just so you can stack money up and just spend it on whatever you want. Have a plan. You can buy yourself things here and there. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but it's like, always have a plan. How can you put your money into something that'll just double your money? Like, don't you want more money? You don't want to just run out and just have a limit on what you can spend, right? You want to increase what you can spend comfortably. These types of things. This is just how you gotta think. Just have the abundance mindset. If you can make this much, then why you can't make double that? Just have the abundance mindset. Same thing with the women. You don't have to chase them. None of these types of things. You've been programmed to be a simp. We all know about this. I'm not going to give you the examples of none of the simp stories, none of the things. You know what you need to do. You know what you don't need to do. You just choose to make irrational decisions. You just choose to do things based on how you feel in the moment. You just choose to do dumb things. You let your body and you let your thoughts control you, when in reality you can control the both of them. So you know what you don't need to be doing. You know you don't need to be chasing her. You know you don't need to be blowing her phone up. You know you don't need to be insecure and simped out over her. You know you don't need to be doing that. But you choose to do it anyway. So we're not going to get on that. But you understand, you have to be walking a certain path. Eventually, when you keep going around this spiral, you're going to understand that the situation that you get yourself into are only going to get worse and worse and worse until you finally change. Until you finally take accountability for your actions. And this is the reason that stuff been happening in your life. And just change. The only way to escape is to change. You have to change. You have to create your own wave, get on your own lane, do what you got to do in your own life. Take control. Just take control. Just take control. It's as simple as that. You have to be the one to do it. You can't rely on these other people. You're going to have people along the way that are part of your journey. But you have to be the one doing all the creating. This is your life. You got to do the one putting all the work in. But you do need a system of people who can assist and help you along the way, who all have a common goal, who all share the same type of mindset. Get around the right people. What you allowing into your system, I'm telling you, what you allow into your system the most is what you're going to become a product of. If you're just looking at women all day, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the, you know what I'm saying? You just going to be, that's all you're going to be focused on. Who knows what, you're not going to be doing anything productive. Women should not be your focal point. Why you can't be looking at different ways to get money when you're on your phone? Or whatever it is that you're interested in, because I'm not sure what you're doing. Just however it pertains to your life, just take the knowledge and apply it to your own life. This is just a general message speaking to you. Apply it in your own way. But you just got to understand these types of things. What's more important? Just how can you just enhance your life? Starting from when you wake up, how can you just start being better than you was yesterday? Just start thinking like that. And start thinking throughout the day about the lifestyle that you want to live. Start thinking about the car that you want, the house that you want, or whatever it is. It ain't even got to be materialistic. Just thinking about how you will feel just with more freedom. Just to say that you finally did it, just to say that you made it. Just think about how you will feel. Just think about the people that you can bless. Just think about how you can put your mama in a house, a new house, whatever. Just think about how you'll be getting all these women. It don't matter. Whatever type of goals that you have, just think about that. How does that make you feel? What are the stepping stools to getting to that point? Your emotional state. Just start thinking about this. You think about what you don't want too much. Start thinking about what you do want, and think about it in a way that you understand that it's coming to you. Stop saying you ain't got enough money for that. Just stop saying that. Start saying, I'm just not gonna buy that right now. Don't that sound a lot better than I don't have enough money for that? Yeah, you do. The money already been printed. The money already been printed. The money you're going to make next year is already printed. So, yeah, you do have the money. You just ain't going to buy it right now. Let's just really let this sink in. You got to change your thinking, because that's going to change your emotional state. When you say you ain't got enough money for that, it's a negative connotation. So you don't feel good when you saying it. Just saying you ain't going to buy it right now. You ain't just going to buy it right now. Because you understand that the money coming. That you saying that I'm not going to buy that right now, you have a deeper understanding. Maybe it's not time for you to have that right now. You saying that I don't have enough money for that. You saying that like you never going to be able to pay for it. Understand this. Change your language. Change your thinking pattern. If this stuff gets deep, because you've been programmed to think a certain way. So you've been programmed to feel a certain way. So when you change it and rewire it, you can literally change your life. You have to apply the information. You got to focus on the right things. You got to allow the right things into your system. You have unlimited distractions. Understand that. With the internet, you have unlimited distractions. Social media, you have unlimited distractions. But when you have to develop an iron mind, though, that's one thing about Andrew Tate that I acknowledge that he said that I really paid attention to. He said he had an iron mind. So it really shows with how he handles things, with what he does. You analyze a person's character based on their energy and how they carry themselves. You understand a lot about them without them even having to say anything. So you have to develop a certain mindset Because with a certain mindset, you only gonna allow certain things into your system. You only gonna think certain thoughts. So you're only gonna feel certain ways. So that way you can create what you want. You have to change your thinking. Pay attention to your emotions, why you feel the way you feel. Don't attach to it though. Bro, you still feel down bad about this girl that did you down bad 2 months ago. Let her go. It's okay. Move on. Move on. It just wasn't, y'all just want me to be together, bro. It's cool. Move on. Stop holding grudges. You are the only one that feel that. Let that go. You focused on revenge and you got this ill intent towards people who not even thinking about you. Focus on what's more important. You got that baggy, you know what I'm saying, grudge energy carrying around you. You weighed down. Don't nobody else feel that but you. You holding a grudge on somebody. They don't know that. And if they got any type of understanding, they wouldn't care. So you got to let all that type of stuff go. You have negative energy. Now understand, there is no darkness without light. Your life is not going to be all positive. There is no dark without light. Everybody has a shadow side. But it's like, do you have balance in your life, or are you too deep into the shadow side? Everything you think about is negative. You make bad decisions. You're not focused. You stress. You depressed. You know what I'm saying? You live in a way you don't want to live. Or are you balanced? Because certain things in the dark you have to use. Like you got to protect yourself. You got to stand up for yourself. You might have to protect other people. Those types of things. It might be a life or death situation. You got to be in survival mode. So you got to have certain instincts. But society is seem like it's trying to take those type of instincts away from you. That's what you got to understand. They're doing, it's called emasculation. They're trying to make you feminine. Everything out here is like basically making men weak, making men try to take the easy way out with all the instant gratification and all the extra BS that you don't need in your system. Understand that. Also connect the dots. The people that's, I ain't even gonna say it. Actually, it really don't matter. The people that's walking into the schools, you know what I'm saying, strapped up, you gotta look at these people's lives. You gotta look at these people's thinking patterns. What was they doing? They probably didn't have no type of social skills. They probably didn't have, you know what I'm saying? They probably got social anxiety. They probably ain't had talked to a girl a day in their life. They probably ain't got inside no type of goods. None of these types of things. Now, that's not to say if they had it, that would have changed their mind or nothing like that. But you got to understand, why are these people, why are they like this? It's only a certain type of person that is doing these type of activities. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, why are they like this? Why is this type of stuff happening? What is going on with the men? Why are the T levels down? Why the sex drive down? Why are these things happening? Because of what's being pushed, bro. Why is it that everybody that's speaking up for positive, you know what I'm saying, making masculinity a positive thing, they getting taken down? Why are these things happening? But what's also being pushed, bro? You know what I'm saying? The rainbow movement, and there's no disrespect to that community or nothing like that, but you got to understand, there's a certain level when it's just, it is what it is versus it being pushed. There's been leaked articles, news clips, all these different types of things proving that point, but we're not going to dip and dab into all these things. But at the end of the day, you got to just think, bro. You got to just think. You have to just think for yourself. You got to have a deeper understanding. Pay attention to the people that you're listening to. Pay attention to the information that you're allowing into your system. Because if you allowing the wrong information to your system, you're going to lead yourself into a dark path. You don't want to do these things. So you have to change. You got to change how you think. You got to change how you act. Change how you talk to yourself out loud. Change how you talk to yourself in your head. Change how you just do everything in your life for the better. Think about everything that you want. Think about everything that you want as if it's coming to you. Stop saying you ain't got enough money for that. The money you gonna make 10 years from now is printed. Well, I ain't gonna say 10 years from now. 10 years from now, paper money probably not even gonna exist, bro. So this is what I'm saying. You gotta, bro, this is how you gotta just think. This is how you gotta just move. You gotta just have your head on the swivel and just be willing to do what is right for you in your life. Stop letting these people make these bad decisions, bro. Take control of your life. Just really just do what's best for you. Develop the iron mind. Develop the iron mind. Develop discipline about yourself. Hold your seed for 30 days, or just do something consistently that's hard for 30 days straight, so you can develop discipline and you can sharpen your mindset. Because your mindset gonna change when you sharpen your discipline. So just do something that's difficult for 30 days straight and see how it make you feel. Understand, it don't matter what it is. It ain't gotta necessarily be nofap or semen retention or just working out. Just do something that's hard in your life for 30 days straight and watch how your mindset sharpen. Watch how it just become routine. See how you feel after those 30 days. If you fail, I ain't even gonna say if you fail. If you make an error in a journey and you just so happen to do something, you miss a day. Well, let's just say it like that. You miss a day. Start over. Don't just fall off and go back to your old ways. Do something difficult for 30 days straight. Prove it to yourself. Get more serious about your life. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Push yourself. Bro, just start doing more. It's up to you. The faster, the better. The faster, the better. Become efficient. Become more disciplined, bro. Everything that they want you to do 9 times out of 10, you ain't supposed to be doing it. What everybody else is doing 9 times out of 10, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Because look at what everybody else doing, and look at how they living. Do you want to live like that? No, so you don't have to be doing what they doing. You got to live a certain way. You got to understand and pay attention to where you get your information from. Are these people lying to you, or do they have your best interest in hand? Let that sink in. You got to get real priorities in your life. These women, bro, when you do what you're supposed to do in your life, getting a woman is gonna be easy, bro. When you got your mind right, when you get into the bag, you know what I'm saying, you got everything in order, bro, it's gonna be easy for you to get a woman. You feel like you gotta chase them all day because what else do you have to offer? You can't build, you can't do none of that because you have nothing to offer. That's why you chasing all day. If you simped out, she gonna play you anyway, so you need to just stop. Get your bag right, get your mind right. Focus on what's important. What you gonna do for her, what you gonna buy her, what type of date you gonna take her on, how you gonna keep her around. If you know what I'm saying, if you broke, if you a simp, what makes you think you're gonna keep her around? You treat her like the queen she is, bro. She gonna cheat on you the first day. Understand this. Let this information sink in. Get real important things in your life. Get real priorities. Live a divine purpose. Have a higher purpose. Have a deeper meaning behind everything that you do. Start walking in a certain light. Walk a certain path. Don't be afraid to walk alone. You will attract people along the way, but in the beginning, or whatever stage that you might be in on your journey and you walking alone, stand up. You are a man at the end of the day, so you got to do whatever it takes. Life is going to throw situations at you. You got to just act accordingly. You have to be a professional. You got to be a man. You got to just do what you got to do. The only way to escape is to change. Change everything in your life for the better, and you will start attracting what you want. Let the information sink in and apply it to how it resonates in your life. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.